Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2023 with the Sacramento Kings. Regular season is over, and it was surprisingly another 60-win season for Sacramento. If you remember, we were 11 and 10, so that means we went 49 and 12 over our last 61 games. I would say we righted the ship. Made a big trade right at the deadline, sending Pleskinach to where did we trade him to? I forget which team we traded him to. We traded him to the Pistons. Pleskinar, Reddish, and a first for Lodarchek and Brian Mason. It's going to be our first round pick. It's really late. We don't forget we have the Bulls first round pick this season. I'll show you where they ended up here in a minute. But Lodarchek is a 22-year-old, fourth overall pick. He signed for this year and next. Um, yeah, pretty well rounded for a 22-year-old. And then we also picked up Brian Mason as a backup, and he's been fine. He wants like $14 million a year. I don't know that I want to pay him that, but we'll see what other options are available on the free agent market. But yeah, so we're pretty deep. We ended with the best record, best record in the Western Conference, second best record in the NBA behind Cleveland. About 4 games clear of Phoenix, and then the Bulls here at 29 and 53, tied with 4 other teams at 29 and 53. Right now, they're sitting in sixth. We'll see how that plays out come lottery time, but that's for later. Statistically, John Morant finished his first season with us. Wasn't terrible, I guess. I mean, 23, 5, and 6 is really good, but his shooting was down to 43%. I guess it's right in line. I mean, it was 47% a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's down. Last year and this year, his shooting dropped substantially. Maybe that's should have been a warning sign, but yeah, his efficiency was down. His per 36 was down. Scoring was obviously substantially down. His assists were substantially down. His rebounds were substantially down. He is only 28 years old. He is still 5 stars. I'm not worried about it. Keegan Murray with another double season, 18 points, 10.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Dan Angeli, 16 points, 8.5 assists. We knew his assists were going to be down because Angeli runs our point, which is fine. Gerard Brown was having a really nice rookie campaign before he tore his knee up. We'll get him back next year, and hopefully he will be back ready to go. Brandon Clark played 75 games for us this year, shot 61% from the field, averaged 14 and 5, primarily off the bench. Brian Mason, we talked about. Lodarchek, we talked about. Leon Smith averaged a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. His contract is up. He is willing to re-sign, and that's something we will have to think about. He wants $30 million. So we'll see. Actually, let's look and see what's available for free agent. What's going to be available in free agency this year. And again, we're getting ahead of ourselves here a bit, but that's okay. That's not a great free agent class. Angeli's restricted, so we'll bring him back. Just going to give him whatever he wants in free agency. We probably bring back Leon Smith, honestly, because this is not a great class. Ray Grant looks pretty good. Michael Bradley looks pretty good. Maybe Bradley in a sign and trade with he's 4.5 stars though. So yeah, it'd be nice to get Bradley, trade him Smith and some other pieces, but look at that, 5 blocks a game. Anyway. So yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players average in double figures. Now Mason doesn't really count because he didn't play that much for us, but Juan Hicks averaged just under 10 points a game. Shooting's not great. I'm hoping, I mean, he's 4.5 stars. He is only 21 years old. So I'm hoping these ratings come along. He still has a few years. And, if he can be that backup too, maybe play the 3 a little bit. What's his size? 6'8". Yeah, so he can play. He's a wing. So he could be a 2 or a 3. So need that shooting to come around a bit. And I think we're ready to go. It's time for the postseason. Yeah, I mean we I guess we need to look at our depth chart first, make sure that we are set here. And we are gonna bump up the amount of minutes our starters are playing here, obviously, in the postseason. Murray, I want there. Why is Wall playing small forward? Ludarchik. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think we move Hicks there. Leon Smith at 32 minutes. Give him a couple extra minutes there. Put Clark at. Clark's not really a small forward. He's really out of position there. Mason's got more of an outside shot, so he's more of a. Let's do this. Power forward. Oof. Center. Power forward. Small forward like that. Small forward there. Small forward. Power forward. We can do it like this. Center, power forward, small forward. It gives him a 2-minute break there in the fourth, but he'll come back in as all my stuff starts to fall off my desk. So yeah, we're going to run our starters heavy here in the postseason. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. And let's get to it. Got the play-in games here. Portland destroying Utah. So Pacers, Raptors, Blazers, Spurs. So it looks like we're going to be taking on San Antonio. I don't know who we're going to be taking on. We'll just sim ahead today and we'll look. We are taking on the Spurs. Yes, sirree. And they've got that defensive center who is pretty damn good. Bradley. So they were led by Jaden Ivey, 17 points. Jalen Smith, 14 points. And Michael Bradley, 14 and 11 to go along with 5 blocks. Walter Wampler, 3.5-star forward, 19-year-old Marko Simonovic, averaging 10 and 5. But in theory, this should be a relative, I don't want to say easy win, but we should take this series without too much trouble. Let's see how it goes. 110-97, Ja Morant, almost a triple-double in game 1. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists for Ja. Angeli, 24 points. Smith, 6 and 10. Murray only had 11. Clark with 17 off the bench. So we got enough. We got enough to take game 1, game 2. 98-73. Bad San Antonio offense. They haven't broken 100 points in either game yet. Morant, 23 and 13. Murray bounces back with a 24-point, 16 rebound outing. Leon Smith, 16 and 16. Angeli, 1 of 14 shooting, but we still win by 25. Cool. Move on to game 3 in San Antonio. Oh, we lose. We lose by 7 to the Spurs. Oh, 2 of 20 shooting for Ja Morant. Holy crap. That's not going to get it done. All right, game 4. We win by 11. We are up 3 games to 1. Morant bounces back. Angeli finally has a decent game. Murray only takes 6 shots. Oof. All right. We are looking for this series win in 5. We are at home, and we get it. 117-112, so we advance to the second round. What do we got going on? So 34, 7 and 9 for Ja, 24, 6 and 6 for Angeli, 15 and 11 for Smith, 17 and 8 for Murray. Cool. See who we take on in the next round. Game do its thing here. Got the Rockets. All right, let's take a look at the Houston Rockets, shall we? I think the Rockets are good, if I remember correctly. They've built up some really good young talent. Got 50 and 32. Aaron Tibbetts, 22-year-old, 19 points, 5 rebounds. Greg Grant, he's the potential free agent. Oh, wow. 4.5 stars. Great shooter. Yeah, old friend Desmond Bain making $35 million and scoring 15 a game for him. Kevin Porter still going strong at 20. He's only 27. Daniel Grimes. Yeah, I mean, they look okay. They look okay. Got a couple of really good scorers, so we could have some high-scoring games here. And if my voice sounds off, guys, it's because I'm taking a steroid inhaler for that cough that still hasn't gone away. So that is affecting my voice. It's one of the side effects. So we win by 23. So I talk about a potential high-scoring game, and the Rockets score 67 points. We win with 90. Leon Smith, 2 points, but 20 rebounds. Keegan Murray with a double-double. Clark leads us off the bench with 25 points. You like to see that. Move on to game 2. $116-104. Ja with a 40 burger in game 2 of the quarterfinals. 40 points, 5 assists. Angeli 24 and 11. Smith 8 and 17. Murray 12. Yeah, the more Smith plays, the more I feel like I need to re-sign him. I just feel like he's a good complement to Gerard Brown. All right, so we take a 2-0 series lead. We go to Houston for game 3. Excuse me. Game 3 is a 119-110 victory. Ja with the triple-double, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. So he's coming on strong here in the postseason. We take 42 free throws in the game. Angeli, 13 of 14. Morant, 10 of 12. 1 point and 16 rebounds for Keegan Murray. This has been a weird postseason. But we are up 3-0. We look for the sweep, and we get it. Keegan Murray had 22 rebounds in that game. Let's go back and look at that box score. 3-point win, 4-game sweep. We are 8-1 here in the postseason. Morant with 31. Murray not scoring in the postseason, but 22 rebounds. If we look at our stats through 8 games, been weird. We got Morant averaging 25, 6 and 7. Got Angeli averaging 24 and 6. Keegan Murray averaging 12 points, 13 rebounds. Yeah, it's been strange, but we're getting it done. So, all right, let's keep simming. Probably taking on Phoenix. Oh, the Thunder. With a 3-2 series lead. They're tied at 3 now, and we are going to be taking on Phoenix. So, as expected, it will be the Kings and the Suns in the West, the Pistons and the Cavs in the East. In order to do this, we got to go through our division rival, and then we got to go through the Cavs, which have given us all sorts of issues over the years. So they're still led by Booker and Ayton. Devin averaging 31, Ayton 20 and 10. Keldon Johnson played for us last year, signed a long-term deal with Phoenix. 13 points, 6 rebounds. Zaire Williams, 26 years old. Not particularly good, but averaging 11 and 5. Yeah, I mean, obviously Booker and Ayton are the guys, so we'll have to see how we do here. Game 1 at home is an easy win, a 26-point victory at home over the Suns. Clark leads us in scoring again, 28 points, 12 rebounds off the bench. Keegan Murray with a 20-20 game, 21 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists. We pick up game 1. Excellent. Game 2 is a 137-124 loss at home. So we lose home court advantage. Again, Booker and Ayton, they're the ones who get it done. Sunmu, 26 points off the bench for them. 24-16 for Angeli, 26-9 for Murray. Morant had 30, but it wasn't enough. So we are going to have to win a game in Phoenix, and we get that win in Phoenix. Right there, a 123-115 win. Angeli, 25-10. Morant has 29. Hicks has 12 and 4 off the bench. Mason, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Cool. All right, game 4. We lose by 15, so the series is now tied at 2. Morant had 28. Smith with 20 and 10. Murray struggled. 35 from Book. So we go back home, series tied at 2, and we win game 5 by 20. And in the East, the Cavs are up 3 games to 2, which is no surprise. We get 22, 6 and 9 for Ja, 19 and 14 for Murray. Clark with 22 off the bench. Hold Booker to 14. You're going to win a lot of games when you hold Devin Booker to 14. Game 6 in Phoenix. Ooh, we lose by 13 points. So it is going to come down to a game 7 at home. So is the East, actually. The East is going to come down to a game 7 as the Pistons took game 6. Angeli, 27. Morant, 24 and 11. 36 for Book that time. And here we go. Game 7 at home for a chance to go. And we have injured players. Who's hurt? It's Mason. All right. So a chance to go to the NBA Finals. We need to win game 7 at home. And we lose by 30. We lose by 30. In game 7 at home, we lose by 30. We shoot 38% from the field. We hold Booker to 17 points, and we lose by 30. $64-60 at halftime. They outscored us 64-39 in the second half. Well, that absolutely stinks. Let's go ahead and sim the season. See who wins the title. So we can't get over that hump. It's back-to-back Western Conference Finals losses. We've made, in the last 4 seasons, we've made 1 final and 3 Western Conference Finals, and we've lost them all. So the Cleveland Cavaliers win the NBA Finals yet again. And the Cavs have been the best team in our world. Go there and we go to their history. Champions. They've won 2 championships here in the last 4 seasons. Yeah, they're the best team. They are the best team in our playthrough. So we're going to jump into the offseason here. So I don't want to say it's disappointing. I mean, you can never be truly disappointed with a Western Conference final. But yeah, it would have been nice to get over the hump there. So let's get to the lottery and let's see where that draft pick is going to be. So right now we have the 6th best opportunity. We have a 9% chance for the top pick in the draft. So let's see. Raptors, the Bucks, the Hawks, the Trailblazers are going to move up into the top 3 with that 1.5% chance. The Jazz, the Nuggets, the Wolves, the Mavericks. There we are at number 7. Not ideal considering we could have ended up with the 3rd worst record, but it's the Hornets, the Warriors, the Blazers get the 4th pick, the Grizzlies at number 3, the Sixers at number 2, and the number 1 pick is going to go from the Nets to the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, we end up with the 7th pick. Not terrible. Not terrible. Let's go back to Sacramento. Excuse me. Let's look at the awards. Jokic wins the MVP. Banchero is your defensive player of the year. Bol, sixth man of the year. Lodarchik is the rookie of the season. So we pick up the rookie of the year in a mid-season deal. Jared Allen, your most postseason most valuable player. All first team. Young, Halliburton, Pleskenart, really? Okay. Williamson and Jokic. Second team, Murray, Booker, Porter, Antetokounmpo, and Embiid. Third team, Alexander, Tyler Harrow, Lauri Markkanen, Banchero, and Jared Allen. All defensive first team, Simmons, Bain, Onassis, Banchero, and Allen. All second team, Murray, Thibault, Pleskenart, Mobley, and Williams. All rookie team, West, Morris, Wampler, Lodarchik, and Hand. Second team, Gerard Brown on there. He would have been on the first team had he not gotten hurt. But, yeah. All right. That's that. We're going to keep simming. We leveled up. Preparing for next season. So come back. He'll ask us to come back. He'll ask us how we'll do. I'll say we'll be a championship contender and we need to go over the cap. He'll be fine with that. And we will level up. Let's do our leveling up first. What do I have for points? I have 8 points. All right. I want to get player development to 90. Let's move up the basketball IQ. All right. Yep. I thought I did an excellent job. Yes, I'd like to continue. I like how it says, no, I think I'll quit. We'll get another message here shortly. Right there. We're championship material. Just hand me a blank check. And it does that because we're in sandbox mode. I have no interest in being fired. So I have no interest in sort of dealing with that end of it. All right, so our coaching staff, do we need to hire anybody? Need to hire a second assistant coach, okay? We have plenty of money to do so, so I'm not worried about that. Let's look at second assistants. Player development is really what I'm concerned about. Although that's where, I'm pretty skilled across the board. If we look at our staff, so we got McHale on defense. Yeah, it's player development. That's where we need to focus. We need to just get the best player development guy that we can get. Wow, who was that was hundreds across the board? Steve Kerr. Wow. Player development. We'll go with Benton just because his IQ is a little bit higher. He wants 926, 648 for 4 years. That's fine. The offer, advance a day. See if we can bring in John Benton to be our second assistant coach. Sacramento, we do. All right, cool. So let's advance the entire period. So the 7th pick, what do we need with the 7th pick? I don't really know. I mean, just best player available, maybe. A backup point guard might be helpful. You know what? Let's... Oh, he's not on our list anymore. He will be here in a minute. No, he won't be. We may just have to go in and re-sign him. All right, yeah, because we got the rookie combine. We got the draft. We have the summer league, and then we'll have free agency. So they have us taking Andy Strickland. I don't know about that. But what I will do, look at all these really good players. All big men. They're all big men. Yeah, that's nuts. They're all big men. Huh. But there's 6 of them, which means One of them may not fall to us. Chris Lindemann doesn't look terrible. A handle, A steal, B defense. He might not be a bad backup point guard. They think we're going to take Strickland, so we will work him out. Anybody else with A scoring that we haven't talked to yet? No. We'll go to Jerry Woolham. Look at him. Monte Moody. Maybe we trade up, right? Maybe we trade up. I mean, again, we don't really need another big man, but A scoring, A rebounding, A defense. I mean, come on now. Get some scouting on them and we'll see what they say. All right. And let's go ahead and run the workouts. And it's time for the draft. Actually, I'm going to save it just to make sure nothing goes sideways. Let's draft it up. And let's go to our war room here. Mock draft still has us taking Andy Strickland. Nah. I guess. About Lindemann. Overhyped. A scoring, A handling, A stealing, B defense. It's overhyped, but I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of high end talent in this draft. Wow, David Smith, sleeper. I don't know how this guy can be a sleeper when he's got 5-star rating, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for sleepers that might fall to us. Ash. A scoring, A rebounding, B defense. Jacob Phillips. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we get someone like David Smith, I mean, great. I mean, I'm looking at Lindemann. He's somebody that I am considering here at. I mean, he says he's overhyped, but A scoring, A handling, A stealing, B defense. It's only 5'11" though. All right, let's go back to the draft and let's see what happens here. Koopa Ash with the top pick. Okay, that's interesting. Marcus Curley for Hicks, a first and a second. No. And I mean, he's not a bad player, but no. Wow, they took Ash. Okay. Second pick, Ricky Robish. Interesting. Mike Smith for a Wall, a first and a second. Nope. There goes David Smith. Let's go and look at Philadelphia just to see what he ended up looking like. Wasn't Philadelphia. Who made the pick? Oh, it was Memphis. Got it. Yeah, he's an inside guy. He's an inside guy who's not as good as the players we already have. So I'm good with that. All right. Next pick, Randy Reeves. Patrick Williams in a second for Colin Sexton. Ooh, okay. Lavelle Keedy, a forward. They really want my draft. They really want my number 7 pick here. Is it our pick? Hornets and then the Kings. All right. Hitting Jamie Waterman. All right. So now it's our pick. Let's go to the War Room. So Lindemann is overhyped, but A, scoring, A, handling, B, passing, A, stealing. He could be a great backup point guard. He's little, but a great backup point guard. Good shooting mechanics, perfect shot, spectacular passes, makes some turnovers, excels in handling the ball. He's not a big guard. He is a little guard at 5'11", but he can play defense. I mean, that seems like the pick to me. Jacob Phillips looks just okay. Oh, he's the Australian guy, right? I think we go with our gut here and we just take Lindemann. I think we take Lindemann. Oh man, he's tiny. He's tiny, tiny, tiny. Strickland just doesn't look great. Yeah, we're gonna take Lindemann. And let's see what that looks like. Ugh, crap. And the ratings aren't bad, but 2.5 star, 3 star, yeah. Bit disappointing. Good defense. I mean, he'll be a good backup point guard, I'm sure. But let's sim ahead a few picks. I mean, trading Luis Wall might be an option here. I'm going to pull some of these players off the block that we have no interest in trading. And we will sim ahead. There goes Strickland. Let's see what Strickland looks like. Dallas. Did we make the wrong decision? Maybe. Yeah, I think we probably did. But that's okay. That's all right. And there goes Phillips. Now let's look at Phillips with Minnesota. I'm concerned that we missed the boat here pretty terribly, but we'll see. 2 star, 3.5 star. Yeah, I mean he's got a ways to go. 20-year-old from Australia is really far off. So yeah, I'm okay with that. So we're gonna sim ahead a few picks. I want to see about potentially trading Wall. Maybe we can trade back late into the first round. Doylan Izzo. A lot of players want our 2028 first, which is this year. We still have another first round pick this year. I didn't realize that. Like Smith, 3 star, 3 star. He actually played for us. And what's the other one? Sam King. We don't need another shooting guard. I'll tell you that right now. What pick are we at? Bub. Come on. All right, we're at 13. So there's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Waylon Izzo. All right, so is there anybody that we have to have? Not really. Sam Drexler is still on here. He looks all right. Any sleepers left? Okay, Stevie Clyburn. Can we trade up to get Clyburn from Hawaii? Okay, so the Hornets. And I'll give you a Brooklyn second next season. Cool. All right, so that's going to allow us to, again, not that we need another big, but if he's a sleeper, Stevie Clyburn, right? B scoring, B defense. He's a sleeper. So we will take Clyburn and see exactly how much of a sleeper he is. Let's see. He's a 2-star sleeper. Okay, well, he's 22. Maybe there's some room for development. We'll see. Let's just go to our next pick. More room. What do we got left? Delonte Moody, 2-star, potential 4-star. Overhyped. Jerry Woolham. B scoring, B handling, 23-year-old. Knockdown shots. Yeah, I mean, Drexler's still on here. He's 11th in the mock draft, and Delonte Moody was 15th. I think we go Drexler. Think we go Drexler? I mean, he's probably going to be 2 stars. Yeah, 2 stars, 2 stars. So Clyburn and Drexler will both be, they'll both be G League kind of guys, and that's fine. I think that's the end of our draft. Not a great draft. Not a great draft. I don't want to say we missed the boat with the 7th pick, but it wasn't a great draft. Honestly, he had some good bigs, but we didn't really need a big. Contracts. All right. I'm going to make the qualifying offer, but we're going to sign him. Leon Smith, we're going to make the qualifying offer, but we're going to try to sign him. Ryan Mason, yeah, I mean, we're not going to have much money, so we're not going to have any money. We're basically going to be able to sign our guys, and that's fine. Renounce the rights to a lot of these players. Bradley, we can renounce the rights. We'll just re-sign him if we need to. Again, Leon Smith and Jelly. Qualifying offer. Clark had such a good year, but he's down to 2 stars, so I think we renounce his rights. Again, going to leave us with a tiny bit of cash that we might be able to spend, but not enough to really do anything with. Most of that's going to be tied up in Angeli and Leon Smith. Scheduling. Fault. G League. So we go to our roster. And we go Lindemann, place on summer team. Luis Wall, place on summer team. Sam Drexler on the summer team. Stevie Clyburn on the summer team. Darchik, he's the rookie of the year. I don't know if that hurts or hinders, but he can, so we will. We have one of everything, so that's great. Rashawn Thurman will invite. The best scorer, Ray Demery, sure. Best defensive rebounder, John McAfee. Sure, why not? I wish you could just sim the summer league like you can the G League, like draft and stuff. Best 3-point shooter, Todd O'Hanlon, sure. Like, just put the players on there that you want on there and then just let the game handle the rest. So we have point guard, shooting guard, small. So we need another big. We need a couple of bigs. Bring in Matt Woods because he's 7'5". Let's find the best defensive big man. Power forward, Kenny Johnson. And one more. And let's advance. We will sim through the Summer League. One against the Rockets. We win. Odarchik with 20. I think he might be a little overly skilled to be in this league, but that's fine. Lindemann had 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists in his debut. Drexler had 3 points. Clyburn had 14. All right, so our draft picks did something in their first game. Another victory. Odarchik 22. Lindemann with another good game, 21 points. We are 2-0. Game 3. We lose. Lodarchik had 27 in that one. We lose by 3. Clyburn with a good game, 22 points, 18 for Lindemann. So, yeah, so our young guys are doing pretty well. Again, I don't expect much out of them. They're 2 stars, so my assumption is that, they'll never be anything other than depth or G League type guys. But, who knows? Maybe with my player development rating up to an 85 at this point, we can start to unearth some gems, as they say. 22 for Clyburn in this one. Drexler has 17. So, yeah, I mean, they're playing pretty well. It leaves you kind of optimistic about it, right? Clyburn with 24 in that one. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that my player development being where it is starts to impact some of these guys. Clyburn 24 and 9. So we are in the postseason, and holy crap, we lost by, what was that, 50 points? That Miami team, 8-0. They ran the table. All right, it's time for free agency. And guys, I got to pause for a couple minutes. We'll come back and we will do the free agent cycle. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. It is free agency time. And I don't think we're going to make a ton of changes here. I think we're just going to go after our guys, bring them back, and then maybe try to add some mid-level, low-level exception talent. So let's just immediately go in and find our players. Doesn't have any friends on our team, but we will have at least 3 4-star or player better. We will come right in here. Where is he? Right there. And we will make the largest offer we can make to Dan Angeli. We will do the same thing with Leon Smith. We will have a meeting. He doesn't have any friends on our roster. Top team is Brooklyn. And we may get him back for the year, so we're going to make him the largest offer we can. Oof, that's a lot of money. I don't think I'm going to do that. That's a lot of money. Maybe you try to sign and trade there. Love to get Michael Bradley. Let's talk here. San Antonio. I mean, this isn't going to be close, but we will try it. It's cap legal. So first round picks isn't going to do anything. What if we add in Luis Walt? And what if we add in Brian Mason? Michael Smith. There is no Michael Smith. There's a Michael Bradley and there's a Leon Smith. Well, that's too bad. What do we need, though, really? I mean, we're set in the backcourt, right? We've got two good point guards, two good shooting guards. I think where we need our help, Jabari Smith is still showing up on this list. I think where we need our help is up front. Yeah, I mean, power forward, backup center. I mean, we're definitely going to need a center to start the season. So let's see. Can we find a center to bring in that's signed relatively long term? Maybe. Robert Williams is there. It's not cap legal. We have to take more money back. Yeah, that doesn't help. All right. I mean, we could pick up Robert Williams III. Great defensively, great rebounder. He signed to a 3-year contract. I mean, if he accepts that, Leon Smith will not accept that trade. That stinks. Robert Williams would have been a nice addition. What about Brooklyn? I think we're going to run into a problem where he just won't accept a trade anywhere. LaMelo. Bulls. Nobody. Yeah, none of these players want to accept the trade, which kind of stinks. Josh Graves, a good rebounder. And he's basically Leon Smith, but Leon Smith is better. My fear is that we're gonna. I mean, we'll get Smith for 1 year at like $5 million when we, if nobody offers him a contract. But if someone offers him a contract, we can just match it. So maybe we just do that, and we bring him back, and then we spend next year maybe looking to move him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wait and see if somebody offers him a contract. I can't imagine anybody will, or I shouldn't say that. Somebody might. Free agency. So that's going to be our play. We don't need a point guard. We don't need a shooting guard. I mean, Hicks can play the 3 because he's 6'8". So I think what we're looking for is a power forward. Use the mid-level exception on a power forward. Somebody who can play defense, shoot a little bit. Jaden McDaniels looks okay. I guess he's going to want a lot. Yeah. That's a lot of money. I mean, I'd almost just rather bring Clark back, given how well he played last year, but the ratings have started to slip. He was so good last year, though. Yes, well, maybe they haven't dropped that much. Scoring is a 61. Well, yeah, they won't drop until we get to training camp. He's friends with a lot of people on the team. That's helpful. It's 2 years. What's the mid-level look like? Because I mean, maybe we just bring him back. That's the maximum. Mid-level's 5.4. I can't imagine he signs for that. Let's just sim ahead until we get Angeli back, and then we'll see if anybody offers a contract to our center, whose name is eluding me at the moment. And not a lot to do in free agency this year. I don't think we're far off. I think another year of development from Gerard Brown will be helpful. And then maybe we can trade Smith for a first-round pick. and continue our run of finding young players and or trading players for draft picks from teams that aren't any good. Hopefully this doesn't take us until the end and we're able to see if anybody offered Leon Smith a contract so we can go in and match it. This is taking a long time. That's a little concerning. I'm still thinking. Okay, so not much. All right, so we do sign Angeli. Bagley goes to Denver, Van Fleet to New York, Porzingis to the Spurs, Nembhard to the Warriors. Okay, so not a lot actually happened. We'll have to check our mail though to see if no offers were made to Leon Smith. I don't want to just sim ahead like 3 weeks or whatever. Man, I would love to bring in Bradley. It's $30 million for 5 years. I don't think there's a way I can make that happen. James Bryant, 101 block rating. Where does he play? Who did he play for? Chicago. I mean, that's a trade I would be willing to make if he's willing to go to Chicago. Leon Smith for James Bryant. Neither of them are willing to make the deal. Yeah, I don't understand. Like the sign and trade feels like it should work, but it doesn't. I want to wait and see if somebody makes him an offer, but I don't want to just. I guess we'll just sim a day at a time here. I'm not going to make you guys watch this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sim ahead a day at a time. And when something happens with Leon Smith, I'll come back. And as we get closer to the end of free agency, I will. I think I'll just come back at the end of free agency, and we'll. I'll show you what happened because I mean, ultimately, I don't think we're going to do much. The plan is to bring back Smith either on that 1-year qualifying offer or match a contract that he is given. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So that's, I think, the plan. So I will be back, guys, on August 4th. Hang tight. All right, guys, we are ready to go. And you can see we got a pretty full roster. So we did just ultimately just kind of bring everybody back. Leon Smith was offered a contract and it was too good to pass up. 4 years, $91 million. He's going to look really nice alongside Gerard Brown, especially given that Brown is still out he's only out for a month. So he'll miss the first month of the season and then he'll be back. But that's a center combo that, we're now set with for the next half dozen years. You saw Angeli. We brought Brandon Clark back on a 2-year, $5.5 million contract. The ratings are still good enough. He's still good defensively, still a decent enough rebounder, can still score on the inside, will provide some offensive punch for us. Brian Mason accepted our qualifying offer, so we're getting 13 points and 6 rebounds a game for $1.8 million. He'll likely play over Clark this year, but they'll still get playing time. And then we also brought in Matthias Thybulle, just because of his defense. Brought him in on the mid-level exception. So if we need somebody to play because we have injuries, he can step in. That does probably mean the end of the line for Luis Wall, who's not. We'll see what happens in training camp this year, but this is somebody we could look to move if we need to make an addition later on in the season. So let's look at our rookie options. Pick up what we need to pick up. Pick up Archik. Pick up Gerard Brown. Wall will hold off on. Clyburn, and we'll see how he develops. I mean, he's got a good shot, so he could potentially develop. And again, he was listed as a sleeper, and that's a nothing contract, $2.7 million. So let's just exercise it. We are likely to lose Brian Mason next year, but that's fine. Lindemann, we'll probably pick up that option right now as well. No reason not to. So, yeah, we're not going to be players in free agency anytime soon if you look at our salaries, but that's okay. So let's advance. It's time for training camp. We got a couple of notices. Let's scout the draft. Yeah, I was going to say we should have a ton of points. 154 points left. So I want, so the quick ranking provides a 1 through 5 star. I want scouting report and play styles. Yep, that's what I want. Now let's look at training camp. We'll let the AI suggest, I think. I don't want to spend too, well, I mean, we'll take a look at Rod Brown. Morant, we're going to give some additional relaxation time to, given that he's getting up there in age a little bit. Darchik, I want him working on his shooting. All that concerned about his steals and blocks. They're already pretty good to begin with. Lindemann, Lindemann's fine. Yeah, I think we'll just run with this. Let's go ahead and run the training camps and hope that we get, especially with my player development, hopefully we get some 2-star or 2 arrows up for development. And then we'll call it an episode. We will set the rosters and stuff next time. So Hicks is up 1 with just about everything. Same with Angeli. Looks like Luis Wall had some nice upgrades there. Lindemann didn't have the upgrades I would have liked. Brown, Smith, Wlodarczyk, Mason. Yes, so everybody was up 1. I was hoping for more of this, but that's nice to see from Luis Wall. So we'll take a look at player development here. We'll look at the roster. So Morant's 5-star, 5-star. Murray's now 5-star, 5-star. Hicks is up to 4-star now. 4-star, 4.5-star. Angeli, Brown, and Smith still 3.5. Wall now up to 2.5-star. That shooting coming along. Good inside shooter, good defensively. I mean, there's a lot of talent there, but is he better than Hicks? I mean, right? I mean, he's really not. Hicks is the better shooter. Is he, though? 77, 68, 60. Yeah, I mean, Wall's technically the better shooter. 63 defensive ability, 68 defensive ability. One of them is likely to move. Wlodarczyk still at 3 stars. A good defense, good shot blocker. He's fine where we have him. Lindemann didn't get the bump I would have liked, but he's a great ball handler. He'll be fine as a backup point guard. Clyburn didn't get better. Would have liked to have seen him get better as well. And, oh, wait, he did get better. I take that back. Added to his outside shooting. Yeah, I mean, good defense. He looks okay. He looked okay. All right, and then where did our... Just list our draft. Did I forget to sign our 2nd-round pick to a draft, to a contract? I think I did. Guys. Yeah, Drexler. I forgot to sign him. All right, so we're going to make sure that we sign him to a free agency, to a contract when we can. The draft is coming up. And we'll have to make sure we go back in and sign Drexler. That was my fault. Would have been nice to bring him in, have him signed, because he's only going to have a 1-year contract now, and we won't really have any control over it beyond that. But that's okay. We can offer him if he's all right, we can offer him a multi-year contract next offseason. So a bit of a longer episode, but that's usually what happens with the offseason. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Still going to get over the hump. I think we're there. I mean, we got the right. We have 2 5-star players in our lineup. I don't understand why we're coming up short, but maybe Murray getting bumped up to 5 stars, having Brown healthy for a full season. Maybe that is kind of the thing we need. So we want Drexler. Assign him to a two-way. What do we have on our team? Do we need anything? 3 point guards, 3 shooting guards, maybe another small forward. Yeah, because we only have Murray and Drexler, although Hicks will probably back up at that 3 spot. Clyburn's likely to go to the G League. In fact, let's assign him now. Drexler's in the G League right now. Yeah, we'll likely just play Clark at the backup center for the time being. Let's see what we have available in terms of big man. We don't really need a big man. We'll look, though. We'll have a center and small forward. We'll take a look and see what's available there. Jackson Hayes. Really good inside. Rebounding is okay. Pretty good defensively. Only 28 years old. Yeah, let's sign Jackson Hayes. Let's bring him in as our third center. Then we'll take a look at small forwards. Livers can shoot. He's good defensively, sure. All right, so that is our roster. With Drexler and Clyburn both in the G League, which is what we expected. We'll have Morant and Jelly, Murray, Lodarchik, and Brown as our starters. Smith, Mason, Hicks will be our backup 5, 4, 3, and 2. Hicks will back up at the 2 and 3, and then Lindemann will be that backup point guard. Lindemann might also, if he doesn't get any playing time, he might need to spend some time in the G League as well. But we will look at that in the next episode. So in that next episode, we're going to set the roster or set the lineup, and we will kick off this next season. So that's going to do it, guys. Appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.